Not yet. It says I'm live. How about that? It also says there's no one here yet, so I'll just sit and wait. That's okay. Curiously, I already got some thumbs up, which is a good thing. But I'll just sit and wait for people to arrive because it's just now 2 o'clock. Hello, Daniel Haywoodstone. And how are you? Where are you coming from? You say evening. Are you in Europe? Oh, we have 4 people now. How exciting. Let's see. Hi, Catherine Sackett. Daniel Haywoodstone is in the UK. Oh. Have we interacted before? I have a really poor memory about that sort of thing, but your name does sort of ring a bell, but I'm not sure. Do you have a channel? If you have a channel, I would encourage any moderators who are here, I don't know if any are here yet, to help you in, oh, you're Pawpley Yarns. Or Pawply Yarns, excuse me. Oh, yes, 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 we were just exchanging comments on Instagram. Oh, I can't wait to speak to you privately for a different purpose. That will be fun. Yes, I love the stuff that you do. Oh, I knew your name, but I wasn't sure how, because I have a mind like a sieve. You know, at my age, that's to be expected. And let's see, Catherine Sackett, I did say hello to you, didn't I? We're still waiting for people to gather. And Nightbot is doing his job, telling people about my various links and reminding people to hit the subscribe and the thumbs up buttons, which is always a good thing. We are always here on Tuesdays at 2 o'clock, and at 3 o'clock we go over to see Brenda, the newbie crocheter. Her live starts at 3 o'clock. So I usually end a few minutes early just to give you all time to do what you need to do before just settling in for another live stream. And you know what I mean there, because I know what I mean there. Because I know what I usually need to do just about every hour on the hour at my age. So let me see if I can call up Brenda's. Let me see if I can get this to work. I'll call up Brenda's URL just now. Hi, Nixie Pixie, glad to see you. Daniel Haywoodstone. Oh, I wish I could, hold on just a second. I'll see if I can find you and find your link so that I can post your link, because since, or not, I don't know. I've got about 4011 tabs running in my, I think my poor MacBook is a little bit overtaxed right now. But anyway, so I just posted Brenda's URL. She starts at 3. So we always go over there and we say something cute like Bearded Yarn Raid or that sort of thing. Anyway, we're still waiting for people to gather. So tell me what's on your hook, what's in your cup, all the standard small talk questions, which actually can lead to very interesting conversations. Right now, I am working on an oversized scarf for a friend of mine who is an opera singer and works an awful lot in Europe where it gets cold. And so, and it's in this, it's in a very deep red coloring, and it's using my Hugs and Kisses scarf pattern, which a lot of you know. Hi, Deborah. Okay, that's fine, Deborah. That's fine. And, for those who cannot make it, when I'm here, then it's, there are always replays. Speaking of which, yesterday I appeared on Ladybird Lisa's live stream and had a lot of fun playing 3 Lies and a Truth. We actually had a good time. So seek that out. Her YouTube name is Ladybird Lisa. No, I'm sorry. I said that wrong. It's Ladybird Loves. Her actual name is Lisa. But the name of her channel is Ladybird Loves. Daniel, you're playing video games right now? Well, I hope they keep you entertained when I bore you. How was that for a manipulative Southern mama type of thing to say? Okay, then. Nixie says, you're finishing your second purse for your pattern so you can finalize it for testing. And about a third of the way done with a robe that is one of Crystal's patterns. Do you know, I love to collect patterns, but more and more, I spend so much time on my own designs and patterns that I don't have time. Sometimes I don't have patience either to work on other people's patterns. Because I cannot crochet 24/7. I do need some time off. Anyway, so our topic today is the 10 hook question meme that has been going around. A lot of different question memes have been going around. The original, I think the one that started this particular round of question memes originated with Crystal back a day. And I was tagged early in that. Gary Urban Yarn was one of the people she tagged, and I was one of the people he tagged. So I did that early. Oh, hi, Linda. Glad to see you. And then I've done a few others since then. When I did my Mother's Day live stream, I talked about the 10 non-yarny things about me, and I also just did a blog post with the same content because I need to be adding content to my blog, and I've been falling behind with that. And it's very good blog content, I think, as well. The link to the blog is in the description, as always. So we are going to talk about the 10 hook questions, and as soon as I finish this row, I will call up those questions and start talking. Now, I will just preface the whole exercise by saying I don't really have extremely strong feelings about hooks. I like hooks that I like, and I'm not passionate in my dislike for the ones that don't work for me. So, it's a tool. Some tools work for you and some tools don't. And in fact, I think one of my very first Topic Tuesdays was all about tools. Okay, I'm at the end of the row. Let me get to the other screen, the other tab here. Okay, the 10 hook questions. The first one is, what is my favorite brand of crochet hook? I don't really think I have one. This one that I'm using right now is a Clover hook. I have This is I think the brand is Yarnology. I like it because of the way it fits in my hand. I have 2 Furls hooks that were gifts. I have these lighted hooks. That's okay. This one doesn't light up, but that's a question. That's one of the later questions. That one lights up, but you can't really see it. I don't have strong feelings about particular brands of hooks. There aren't any that I especially dislike. My favorite hook size, I will say the ones that I use most are 5, 5.5, and 6 millimeter, which would be H, I, and J in US terminology. Do I prefer tapered or inline? In general, I would have to say tapered. Although I have observed that these furl hooks, it looks like they're a combination. It's tapered, but also it's a little bit inline. So I wouldn't call it strictly either one. But in general, I would say tapered. I do have one large, where did it go? It doesn't matter right now if I can't find it. But I do have one large inline hook. Here it is. I can't say that I particularly like using it. How do I grip my hook? Pencil grip or knife grip? Knife grip all the way. That's what works for me. I know it doesn't work for everyone, and that's fine. I'm saying that's what works for me. What works for me doesn't have to be the way, the truth, and the life for everyone. I mean, that might be a strange concept in today's society, but that's how it is. What does the style of hook dictate how I crochet? No. Why would it? Do you prefer ergonomic hooks or regular hooks? Okay, if by regular hooks you mean these metal hooks, the straight ones, I have a full set. I think I have multiples of various sizes in these metal hooks. But if I have a different kind of hook in a particular size that I need, I would go out of my way to use that other hook. I like these lighted hooks because of the way they fit in my hand. It's just a slightly larger handle. I like these hooks. This is a large hook, but I like that it's a larger handle. It's not just, a straight thing. I like these hooks. They've got a bit of a rubber handle that is a little larger than the actual hook itself. So yeah, ergonomic in various degrees, and with furls, the selling point is that they're supposed to be ergonomic. And I do enjoy using these 2 furls hooks. By coincidence, the 2 furls hooks I have, one was a gift, another one was a prize in a giveaway on YouTube. They're both the same size, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. What are my thoughts on light-up hooks? Well, I've told you already, I like light-up hooks. Sometimes, if I'm working with especially dark yarns, and in this room where I do most of my crochet work, sometimes in the evening, the overhead lighting is not what I would like it to be. Sometimes when I'm working with a dark yarn, a lighted hook helps. I don't rely on it, and more often than not, I do not use the lighted hooks. I use them because I like the handle. The lights are a useful tool when I use it. It's not a requirement. Number 8, have you ever used a hook with interchangeable heads? Do you know, I don't believe I ever have. I know that they're out there, and it does seem very convenient. but I don't think I've ever used one of those. Number 9, do I like projects that require small stainless steel hooks or larger hooks? I don't know whether this question suggests larger stainless steel hooks or larger hooks of any other kind of, any other model. I haven't done an awful lot that requires small hooks. 4mm might be the smallest that I've done in the past year or two. Now, while I will say I used to be a worsted boy 100%, I have gotten into DK and am willing to look into even lighter weight yarns, which would require smaller hooks. And I'm open to that possibility, but I don't have a lot of experience with it, so I can't really comment. And number 10, if I were only allowed to use 2 hooks for the rest of my life, what size and brand would they be? There are a lot of unknowns. What kind of projects am I doing for the rest of my life? What kind of yarn am I using for the rest of my life? How much of the rest of my life do I have? So that's I don't think I have an answer to that question. So there we go. And since I was looking, hi Trisha, hi Dana, hi, who else? Stephanie, hi Blind Stitches. Okay, yeah, I was looking at the at those questions and not looking at the list. So I'm glad to see a bunch of people here. Not looking at the chat. Anyway, so I was going through the 10 hook questions meme that has been going around as my topic for today. A lot of those different question memes have been going around, and I've answered some of them. I did the 10 non-yarny things about me, as I mentioned, during my Mother's Day live stream. And I also posted, made a blog post about that, and just put it up yesterday or today. Oh, excuse me. I'm always yawning on a live stream. Well, I'm always yawning, period. That's what it is. And so there we are. There we are. Those are my questions. Have I missed any of your thoughts about hooks? I have to scroll up a little bit. Deborah, I'm in. Okay, Deborah. I want to know what you people think about hooks, and some of your answers to the questions that I had. I mean, some of them seem to be basically your metal hook versus your more thicker handle or ergonomic hook, and I would group the thicker handles and the ergonomics together. The lighted hooks or not the lighted hooks. Favorite brands, and I don't have a favorite brand. And what else? But you know, general hook questions that we all talk about anytime, all the time, anyway. Oh, hi, Viviana Sandy. I don't have really a favorite brand. I have a favorite brand of yarn, but that's not what we're talking about. I don't have a favorite brand of hook. And I don't have strong feelings that are strong enough of dislike of any kind, of any brand, that I would want to mention it. I mean, I don't dislike any brand, really. Now, there was a question about these metal hooks like this versus one with a thicker handle like this. And it could be one of these lighted hooks. It could be Well, okay. It could be one of these hooks with a rubber handle, or anything else. I tend to favor thicker handles. I've always liked these lighted hooks, even when I didn't use the lights very often. Okay, this one lights up. I think it does. But you can't really see it in the light. Well, you can a little bit in the light where I'm sitting. I go for the comfort of the handle. And this is what I'm using on my current project now. It's a Clover hook L size, and it's got a little bit of a thicker handle there. I don't really see differences in hook characteristics, or I don't see a reason to have feelings strong enough about hook characteristics to, have holy wars about them. But, wars have been started over less. That's where we are. Anyway, so I want to hear what you people think about hooks. I don't see an awful lot of chat going on. I would like to see lots more comments. Pixie Pixie says, you haven't had a chance to use a lot of ergonomic hooks. Tend to use smaller hooks, including the steel hooks. Interested in lacy crochet detailed work and jewelry, for which a smaller hook would really be what you need. Mm-hmm. I just got a message from Michaels trying to sell me something when I don't have any money. Oh, hi Liz, glad to see you. So yeah, tell me about your hooks. Tell me about anything else you want to talk about. How's your day going? What's on your hook? What's in your cup? What's going on for the rest of the day? Anything else you want to talk about? We usually this is our pattern. We talk about our topic. Hi, Barb. We talk about our topic for a few minutes, and we come back to it from time to time. But then we just have pleasant conversation, and I really like that. Let's see. Linda says she loves her clover. She tried the furls, but they would turn in her hand, so it didn't really work out that way. Oh, Viviana is knitting an Outlander shawl. Knitting is a mystery to me, and I think it always will be. Probably because I'm not really willing to learn right now. Oh, Linda, when she started crocheting, she used thread and metal hooks. Liz likes the loom and knit hooks. Not sure I know what you mean, but we'll figure it out. Okay. So I'm working on this giant oversized scarf for a friend of mine. I've been sending out. Oh, hi, Lori. Very glad to see you. But I have been sending crochet gifts to people I know with significant social media presence and asking them to post pictures. And some of them have, and some of them haven't, which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. Oh, Linda's working on another moss stitch project. Actually, I had not used the moss stitch very much at all, or maybe even any at all before this month, but I'm interested in using it more. In fact, I might try to develop a cardigan for myself using the moss stitch. That would take a bunch of work. Okay, Viviana was asking, what is my favorite crochet shawl pattern? Oh, for me, it's no question. There's a Bag-O-Day shawl pattern called, if I remember correctly, the All That Glitters shawl. Oh, hi, Mark. Glad to see you. Um, it's not difficult. It works up quickly, and it's really quite beautiful. I've made many other shawl patterns. I recently created a moss stitch shawl as part of Granny D's moss stitch challenge, and I need to write it up as a pattern. But I still go back to Bag-O-Day's All That Glitters shawl. She might have renamed it. I don't remember what the tutorial number is. A lot of the patterns that I've done from Bag-O-Day are based on notes that I take from watching her tutorials. And she's okay with that. I bought her her thumb drive. It has like 300 patterns on it. It was originally offered at a price of something like $250, which is still a deal for 350 patterns, but that was a lot for me. When I heard that it was on sale for I got it for $55. I don't know if that's the current price, but when I got it, it was $55. I had to jump at it. And then when I was planning my Hat Not Hate contest, and Nightbot will be dropping a link about my Hat Not Hate contest, I was reaching out to pattern creators to ask for them to volunteer patterns as part of the prize package. And Dana, who was in the room, graciously agreed to offer a pattern. And so I wrote to Crystal Bag-O-Day. We have emailed a little bit over the years. And I asked for one pattern. She offered me her thumb drive. And I got it in the mail last week. Her thumb drive in my possession. But one of them is not mine. I have to pass it on. But that is going to be the first prize for my Hat Not Hate contest, the thumb drive itself. Or at least the choice of either the thumb drive or all the other things. Because I've got some yarny goodness, and I've got all the other patterns that people have agreed to donate. But 300 patterns on the thumb drive, I would think that's not so bad. As a prize, I would accept that. In fact, that's why I've entered so many of her giveaways. But now that I've bought one, if I ever win one, which will probably never happen, I would ask her to allow me. I would accept the thumb drive if it's included, and she does include it in most of her giveaways. If she would allow me to pass it on as part of a giveaway. And she probably would, because she's a very giving person. Okay, what am I missing? Hello, Janet. I didn't see you come in. Let's see. I haven't seen everything that you said, Mark. Oh, Mark mentions this hat, which actually I've made quite. I made it quite some time ago. This is my Hugs and Stitches hat. It begins with a basic circle, and then it has a Hugs and Kisses stitch for the rest of it, and a single crochet border around the bottom. It's easy to make. It doesn't take a ton of yarn, and it also It works. And you can size it up and down. In fact, I think I'm going to revise the pattern with suggestions for sizing up and down. I accidentally made one the other day that was too large, but then I realized it was a hat, not hate hat. So then and people brought to my attention that there are people out there with bigger heads than mine. Yeah, Mark agrees that Crystal is wonderful. Janet says Crystal is a marvel. And that the thumb drive is worth a great deal in more ways than one. Exactly. Exactly. Let's see. Oh, Mark had a nap and overslept a little bit. I nap a lot. My sleeping is not very well ordered, as one doctor I saw once suggested that he thought that my what he called sleep hygiene was probably not very good. Oh, Janet says she will purchase my hat pattern. Well, as luck would have it, all of my hat patterns are free on Ravelry. Some people don't approve of that, but that is my decision because I want to encourage people to donate hats all over the place. Donate hats lavishly. Also scarves, mittens, whatever you want to do. But hat patterns are what I have to offer. So, yeah, all of my hat patterns are free on Ravelry. Of course, if you go to my Ravelry store and you want to buy something else when you first see the hat patterns there, I'm not going to stop you from buying something else. In fact, I just uploaded one today, the poncho that I had, that I was showing on Instagram last week. My patterns are not difficult at all, but still I think they're worth a few shekels. Mark is not a crochet artist, but he does follow crochet people like me and Katrina. And he is saying that his grandma was a wonderful artist with yarn. Oh, hi, Lisa, coping with yarn. Glad to see you. I hope I haven't missed anyone. I got some grief the other day because I sometimes miss people when I'm doing my chats or my live streams. But, you know, you have a lot on your mind when you're doing a live stream. I mean, I don't deliberately miss anyone. I never deliberately ignore anyone. I've been in live chats where I have not been noticed as I would like to be because, of course, I want all the attention. But you just understand that. Yes. Janet, I would also encourage you to look at my Hat Not Hate contest. There is a link in the description. Oh, Whisper is listening and working. She ran out of needle booklets. I'm not sure what that means. Viviana is asking if I have any... Oh, hi, Ursula. So glad to see you. Viviana is asking if I have any amigurumi patterns. No, I do not. Amigurumi is something where I really have absolutely no expertise and very, very little experience. I cannot really comment about amigurumi at all. I see a lot of really beautiful things. There is a guy who does, whom I've just started following on Instagram, who does amazing amigurumi work. And he's in his 20s. And, you know, although he does wearables and other things, his passion is amigurumi, and you should see the stuff. And, you know, he calls himself like a punk artist and stuff, and he loves that kind of violent music that young people love. But just seeing his work is amazing. So I've been reaching out to people just to make connections with other male crocheters, other male yarn artists. And so he's definitely on my list to reach out to. Okay, what am I missing here? Oh, Ursula's working on her first mosaic pattern. I think that's wonderful. I like doing mosaic. It didn't work out for the particular thing I was trying to create, but I can see it working out for something on a larger scale much more easily. Hi, Terry. Good to see you. Yeah, Lori. Yeah, please do try the Hugs and Kisses hat for Hat Not Hate. I think it would be fabulous if we got like a gazillion Hugs and Kisses hats there. I just today, where is it? This is my planner. This is the one that didn't work. This is the one that did. This is a Moss Stitch toddler hat. I started with a circle. I mean, it's based on somebody else's pattern, I will admit that. I started with a circle with like 6 half double crochets, and then you just add 6 for every round. And then when I got as large as I wanted to go, I just started doing Moss Stitch. And I wound up doing it in a spiral rather than increasing every row. And I think it turned out adorable. I mean, this is not a Whip Wednesday or a Whip a Thursday, and it goes with my Moss Stitch toddler cardigan. Oh my gosh, it's cute. I don't know if the dimensions are right. It might be a little long. I honestly, it's for a little guy for like 12-month size. And I understand he's growing like a weed and larger than his age. So I don't know. I'm just going to send it to them, and if it doesn't work, they can donate it. I always tell people that if they don't like it, donate it. Mark is asking what is my fate, or what is the easiest or the hardest stitch? I don't do very many hard stitches. There are some more sophisticated stitches that I have seen in patterns, and I just don't enjoy the pattern that much, so I usually don't finish it. I do a lot of really basic stitches, and I think I can be pretty creative with those. Janet thinks that my hat and sweater set is cute, and so does Lisa. Oh, hi Kim, I didn't see you come in. Hello. And Pat Dancer is here. Oh, Lori finds the crab stitch to be hard. It takes getting used to. I've tried it a few times. It has its uses in certain places. I am an admirer of Bonnie Bay Crochets, also known as Bonnie Barker. She does a lot of beautiful work. Sometimes she's not the only pattern creator I would say this about. Sometimes I think she just throws stitches out there in a random order to create some sort of an effect. And I'm sure that that is not the case. It's, I just find sometimes she uses stitches that are more complex than I want to use. And those are usually, and I hate to say this because I really do like her, but those are the patterns that more often than not I just give up on. Ah! Oops. I've run out of yarn. I need to tie on another ball of yarn. I hope it doesn't run out completely. Poetic or literary stitches? Gosh. Oh, Mark, were you there? Hold on a second and I will show you something. Let's see, where is it? It's right here. Mark, you might like this. Ostentatious crochet. It's all crochet. It's 36 contemporary designs from the world of Jane Austen. I can't imagine anybody knows me and doesn't know that I worship and adore Jane Austen. Oh, Mark, if you look up Bonnie Barker, don't tell her what I said. Okay. Okay, I'm glad you were here, Linda. Thank you for coming in. Okay, what was I going to say? Yeah, ostentatious crochet. I was very happy to find it at a reasonable price because the originally published price was not reasonable. But I got a used copy. But as I was saying, I find it more and more difficult to just find the time to work with other people's patterns because I spend so much time working on my own. It's called ostentatious crochet. I'm seeing a reverse or a mirror image. I hope you're not. It's by Melissa Horozevsky, but it's easy if you just look for ostentatious crochet on Amazon or any other book vendor, you would find some really beautiful things. And there are some beautiful things in here. Some really gorgeous things in here. I mean, look at that. But do you know what? It's been my observation just from my limited knowledge of literary history that you see knitting more than crochet. Yes, Pat Dancer, it was through Petra that I learned about this. It was either Petra or Kim, Affordably Crafty. But I finally got it, and I love it. Kim and I both share a love for history, and particularly for literature. Let's see, what else? Oh, hi, Amanda. I didn't see you coming in. Hello, Susan. Pat agrees that Bonnie Bay is great, but can't do everything. Oh dear, Lisa says she's working with merino wool, but her eyes are watering and there might be issues there. Oh, did I miss Amanda? Anyway, if I missed anyone, I'm very sorry. Someone brought to my attention recently that I miss people and they feel ignored. It's hard running a live stream. Even this one, it doesn't have a. I'm not even doing a StreamYard thing where I could possibly bring people up. I do that on Wednesdays because it's a longer live stream, but on Tuesdays, because we're less than an hour, I don't do that. Hello, Amanda Brotherton. It's funny how 7-year-old boys will get Coping with Yarn says her 7-year-old son knows more about World War history than she does. 7-year-old boys will get obsessed about some sort of thing, and they will learn everything they possibly can, and I think that's a good thing. Have you ever had a conversation with a 7-year-old or 9-year-old about Star Wars? They will tell you everything, every plot detail, every nuance, probably every symbolic element, every allusion to other to more traditional historic literary references. You would be amazed. Hi, Julie's Creations. Let's see, Whisper says. I hope I'm not missing anyone. No. Well, Ursula, I'm just suggesting that, hi, Linda, that, if you have a 9-year-old boy in your life, whether you're a fan or not, you're going to hear about it. Whether it's Star Wars or Harry Potter, now I'm getting stubborn. I actively resist any kind of knowledge about Harry Potter. I mean, at first I was okay with being ignorant, but then, it became such popular cultural knowledge that I became stubborn. And no one who knows me should be surprised that I've become stubborn about anything. But, yeah, Harry Potter is that way for me. If you're 9 years old and you belong to somebody I know, you can tell me all you want about Harry Potter. Otherwise, keep away. Oh, yeah. Barbara is saying that her son at 7 was obsessed with cars and knew all about the Industrial Revolution. Good for him. Good for him. Now, I rather think that nowadays kids don't have the opportunity, or yeah, they don't have the opportunity to do that kind of learning. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with biographies. And, in the kiddie library in my elementary school, there was a special section for biographies written for kids about historic figures. I mean, that sort of thing. Nowadays, I mean, it's okay if they know everything about Star Wars, but hey, Vladi, it's okay if they know everything about Star Wars, and I have no judgment about that, but do they also know where it comes from? Do they know about this whole storytelling quest/hero tradition that has been with us since before biblical times? I mean, that might be the sort of thing that you wouldn't teach someone until they're like a senior in high school, but a 9-year-old boy would eat that stuff up if he can relate it to something that he's passionate about. And then he could learn to relate it to other things. Yeah, Nixie Pixie, I never got the whole video game thing. But then again, when I was in college, Pac-Man was a video game. Pac-Man was the height of technological advancement. Well, Lisa, I think it's a good thing that your kids know that much. Do they know how to cook? Do they know basic math? Can they construct a sentence? Do they know that people have not spoken English in the same way that we do forever? I mean, there are so many things for people to learn at every age. And one hopes that people keep learning. I mean, I sometimes get lazy about that, but I like to keep learning. Now, Nixie Pixie is roughly the same age I am, and she remembers videocades when in her youth. What's it doing here? Oh, okay. I remember them existing, but I wasn't interested in them. Oh, well, Barbara, it sounds like Sven is well equipped for life. Well, Lisa, coping with yarn, you have time to teach them more. Do they know how to show empathy for their fellow man? Do they know right and wrong? Oh, did I miss somebody who came in? I don't want to miss people. I got grief about missing people before. Lisa says that Hannah, her 7-year-old daughter, says heck no to the empathy thing. Hey, Fiber Floozy, glad to see you. Oh, Valadi, I don't think I quite catch you. You say it's pronounced Virginia Lady? Oh, Valady. Oh, you're a lady in Virginia. Duh. It looks like a Russian name. That's why I get confused. Nixie Pixie, that sounds like a very good mix. Empathy and boundaries. Oh my goodness, we've been having a good time, and it is now 2:55. Let me just put up Brenda's link again, because at 3 o'clock we go to see Brenda, the newbie crocheter. And we announce ourselves by saying it's a bearded yarn raid or something like that. Whatever you want to say. Okay, let me type it in correctly so that it might actually work. Ginger at Yarn Geek did lives where she read every single comment and got so burned out she had to stop. Oh, Lori, I know that I cannot read every comment, but I don't want to miss people. And I've had comments in other contexts from people who felt that I had neglected them. And I don't want to neglect people. Lurkers, that's fine. But you have to understand, it takes a lot to run a live stream. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, I got the ages wrong, Lisa. Oh, I think I love Hannah already. She's an animal activist. Yes, I am passionate about pet rescue, as some of you know. And on my shout out Saturdays, just about every week, I mention at least one pet rescue organization. Oh, that's great about the bullying, Barbara. Thank you, email, or rather, Mark. I look forward to that email. Yeah. Oh, Dana, I'm glad you're with us, still with us. Thank you for staying with us all this long. Oh my goodness. So it is now 2:57. I'm going to close up. I'm going to see whether I have to update anything in the Hi Mandala Sparkle. I'm going to see whether I have to update anything in the description. And once again, here is Brenda's link. Please go over there and tell her that I sent you. Oh, Deborah, yes. Lee Asher, the Asher House. Amazing. But there are also other organizations all over the country and all over the world that do amazing work. Do who do lives? Lori. Lori says that Cinnamon Stitches, whom I admire, said, if you are grumpy, go lay down. Don't pick on YouTube creators. Yes. Yes. No, I understand. I understand. I've been in live streams where I've made comments and, you know, the comments go so fast they don't get noticed. I understand how that happens. And by coincidence, this one person felt like she had been skipped over in more than one live stream. And it was only one person. So even though I talk about it, and I sort of feel like I'm getting too much mileage out of it, it's not a big deal, because you all know me, and you know that I'm doing the best that I can. And that's the important thing. And I really am grateful for the support of everybody who is here and everybody who watches my channel at other times. So we really need to go over to Brenda right now. I'm going to end. Please subscribe if you haven't. Hit the like button. Comment in the once this whole thing is done, you'll be able to comment in the comments section. That would be really good for the when YouTube sees interaction, you know what it is, and that sort of thing. And let's go see Brenda. Okay, bye bye now. Keep coming back. It works if you look.